So compared to most people right now playing Football Manager 2018, we've been very, very lucky with injuries. However, that all might be about to change as we come forward now.
1, 2, 3.
Dans les campagnes, urgir ses forces soldats.
Hello and welcome back to the Money Bag. Today we're up against Stade Rennais and a team that I can't really pronounce. SM-KN, Caen. It's not Caen obviously because Caen is pronounced and spelled differently. So I'm not quite sure. KN, I guess we'll go with that. KN. Tell me in the comment section down below that I've absolutely butchered that because I'm pretty sure I have done. As you can see though from the introduction I was talking about, injuries are starting to mount up a little bit now. We're starting to hit that part of the season now where injuries are getting more and more prevalent. So not looking great for us in terms of that front, but we still have a pretty decent side to line up. A little look then at what we've done since you were last here. Last episode, obviously we beat Roma 4-1. The game after that we played Monaco, lost 2-1. It was unlucky to be fair. It was a very even match to be fair, very, very even. But then Kimpembe got sent off and really we probably should have gone to a defensive formation or something like that, but we kept going attacking until in the 92nd minute they got a win. And that's not the first time it's happened. That's happened twice before as well, which is very, very frustrating. The game after that we played Troyes, won 2-0. Kazawa and Neymar getting both those goals there. A bit lacklustre performance I suppose, but we tried a different formation there. I'll show you that in a minute. We used that same formation again against Strasbourg, won 4-0. Cavani scoring all 4 of those goals there. Very, very nice performance from him. We then played Bayern Munich in the final Champions League group stage match. Obviously we've already qualified from that, so this game didn't really matter too much, but we drew 2-2, which meant we finished second in the group overall. Edison Cavani got injured very early on there, so we put Mbappe up front. He scored 2 goals and we thought, right, well, Cavani's injured for the next game at least, let's put Mbappe up front again, and he scores 5 goals in a 6-1 victory over Lille. Really, really good performance that, to be fair. A real good team performance. And then we played Troyes again in the Coupe de la Ligue, which I assume is like the French version of the League Cup perhaps, but we dominated Troyes there, so that was all right. We have missed more penalties as well. If we look at this, Mbappe actually scores 2 penalties there. But we did miss one against Bayern, and I'm sure we missed one against Strasbourg as well. So we've had about 15 penalties now. 4 of them have gone in. 11 of them have been saved. None have gone wide or anything like that. They've all been saved. So it's frustrating me, really. What that means to the league table then after all those results is that we're sitting 3rd at the moment. Now Lille have just gone ahead of us because they played an extra game. I think they were behind us or level on points with us at least. Monaco 2 points ahead of us because they beat us. They're a point behind us but they beat us. So they've gone ahead of us, which isn't great, but there's still plenty of time left in the season, obviously, so there's still a long way to go. Cavani absolutely dominating the score sheets right now. 21 goals ahead of Stevan Jovetic's 12 goals in second place, so Cavani absolutely amazing. Got the highest average rating as well. Mbappe and Alves joint top for assists. We're dominating the stats, so it's just a matter of time, I think, before we start to dominate the league as well. If we have a look at injuries now then as well, we can sort of see that we've got a lot of players at high risk and a few players at increased risk. Currently, Marquinhos out for a few weeks with broken ribs. Kazawa still out. He's been out for about 2 months or so, but he's out for another week or so with a twisted ankle. Mbappe out for another day with a twisted knee, but he's been out for a few weeks now. He got injured in that game where he scored 5 goals, then got injured, so I had to take him off, which wasn't great. Obviously, Cavani's just returning from injury. Thiago Silva's back now in the squad after he was out for a couple of months as well. So, I mean, only 3 injuries at the moment, but we're starting to pick up a few more and a few more serious ones, as you can see here. These are kind of like the more serious ones that we've picked up recently. For example, against Lille, Bayern, Strasbourg, they're all pretty recent games. So these sort of major and moderate injuries are starting to pick up more. So perhaps we need to look at training a little bit and just tweak that a little bit, and then maybe some rotation in the players as well. That might be the way to go. Anyway, this is the side that we're going to be using against Stade Rennais today. So we've got Areola in goal, a back 4 of Yuri, Thiago Silva, Kimpembe and Dani Alves, Verratti and Nainggolan in the middle, Neymar, Juan Mata and Di Maria on that right hand side because obviously Kylian Mbappe is injured, and Cavani up front. Now the other formation we're using is this one that we've used a few times. It looks a little complicated if we can actually get to see it, but essentially Golden FM posted about this and used it, so I thought, oh, let's give it a little go then, and it worked pretty well for us. So I think against lesser teams I'll be more confident to use this. You know, it gives us a little bit more different options, I suppose. We play slightly differently like this, so I kind of like it. So sometimes we may use this formation, but predominantly we will be sticking with the 4-2-3-1 formation that we absolutely love. And I keep clicking on this back and it's really annoying. Now I know last episode was a bit laggy in the games. I do apologise for that, and it did seem to coincide with me updating the software that I used to record games. So if it's laggy again, then I know what the problem is, I think, and we could try and just roll back the update, I suppose. We'll have to see what goes on with that, but hopefully it's all fixed for you, because it is very, very annoying for you, because it's not laggy for me when I'm playing it, but obviously the recording software can't really cope on my little old laptop here. That's not the best. If someone wants to send me a new computer, that'd be great. You know, I'd really appreciate that, and I could make some better videos. But as things stand at the moment, we've just got this laptop, and hopefully it's not laggy for you. As Stade Rennais come very, very close to scoring a goal within the first minute there. So luckily for us, that didn't happen. Neymar then on the ball, puts a corner in, and we know corners are a little bit broken, but Di Maria has a shot from the far post there, and he just puts it wide, to be fair. I think the thing the corners are that no one really knows what we're doing. I think the AI aren't programmed to really do much with it. I've never really played around with corner tactics myself, so that's kind of what I need to do a little bit more, I suppose. But I just don't think the AI are set up very well for this. And Neymar just hits the crossbar there with a free kick. That was a lovely free kick. Or was it saved? It's going for a corner, so obviously it was just saved. He steps over the corner now, puts it in the middle, and clears straight away. Because all our players are just on the edge of the area rather than going into the middle, which is a little bit annoying, really. I assume that will be fixed for the full game. Hopefully it is. If it's not, then SI have got a big job on their hands, I think. Yuri now on the ball, though. 60 minutes into the game, puts it in towards Cavani. The ball was headed down towards Di Maria there, and Di Maria could not finish it. And we've just been told up here that we're struggling to keep hold of the possession, and we need to finish our chances. So that's what we need to do. Apparently, I didn't see what it told me to do instead, but I just said make those changes, and it's done it probably. I hope it has. We'll probably win 10-0 now because of that. Because I'm a tactical genius. Stade Rennais on the edge of the area now on the ball with some decent pressure now as they play it through Kazi through to Gukruf. I mean, I try and pronounce these French names. I'm just not very good at it, really. I sort of panic with it. Sar, that's an easy one to say. Kazi, that's another one easy to say. But Areola makes that save. And we're still 0-0 in this game, which we should be winning, really. What's going on, boys? Kimpembe on the ball now, plays it through towards Cavani. And Di Maria's got swarmed by men there. But he's managed to offload to Nainggolan through to Mata to Neymar. Neymar shot from the edge of the area, was over the bar and a bit wide as well. Not the best opportunity there, but we're getting closer and closer. We're knocking on the door. 6 shots to their 4 shots. Not the best performance from us, but we're still looking the stronger side, I think, in this. Well, a pretty boring first half, but the most interesting thing is this little thing here, whatever that is, it's just gone now, but that was a beam of light into the sky. That was a bit weird. Dressing room then, we'll go aggressive. We'll go, you've not been good enough. Aggressively, far from pleased from what I've just seen with this team. They look fired up. Hopefully they will be fired up. Let's try and do something about it. I mean, really, nothing's happening in this second half at all. We're going to make some changes now because we clearly need to. We're going to bring Di Maria off and bring on Ben Arthur, and we're going to take off Edison Cavani and bring on Mbappe. We're risking him slightly because he's just come back from injury. We'd like to play him as a complete forward, but if anyone's going to change the game, it's these two. So fingers crossed they do that for us. I mean, really now, 70th minute, this is the first highlight of the second half. Ben Arthur on the ball and plays through to Mata quite nicely there. Mbappe on the ball, through to Mata again. We're starting to build. We can see, though, that Stade Rennais have just got sit on the back line. They're parking the bus. That's the word I was looking for. I'm not quite sure what I was trying to say there. Neymar now, though, through to Mbappe, through to Mata. Mata, his shot saved by the goalkeeper. It was a poor shot, really. It's a cute angle. It wasn't really going to trouble the keeper too much, but if that's the closest we're getting in the second half, we're clearly not good enough, are we? Erasmus on the ball now for Stade Rennais, coming forward on the edge of the area, has a shot, and Areola has nearly pushed it right into his path for him to score there. So I think that is the closest either of these two sides have had to scoring today. So fair play to them for being closest. But another highlight now towards the end of this second half rather, near the end of the game. Erasmus on the ball once again, cuts inside, makes his way to the edge of the area, has a shot, and Areola forced to make a decent save again. This Erasmus guy is really causing us some trouble. Again, Stade Rennais coming forward, Sarr on the ball. I feel like it's going to be a goal for them. It's coming soon. Kimpembe though makes a great ball up towards Mbappe, who's running forward now on the ball. Can he put it across? He has a shot instead. It was a bit rubbish, really. I think he would have had a better time if he'd put the ball into the middle of the park there. So not the best. Corner now for Stade Rennais. All these highlights been quickly done at this end of this second half now. Erasmus has picked the ball up on the edge of the area, gets past his man, has a shot, and Areola forced to make another great save. This Erasmus guy is amazing. I might try and sign him in January. Right, 20 seconds left on the clock. They've just hit the post. Oh my goodness gracious. Because that took a huge deflection as well. If that had... Oh my goodness. We've come close to a defeat here today. A draw, not very good. We've not played very well at all. This is the game we should be winning, really, and winning comfortably. But clearly, the players aren't up for it today, so we'll have to have a word with them at the full time now. Not what we would have wanted. We've been, in my opinion, outplayed by Stade Rennais today. So words will be had. Let's talk to a team aggressively, if we can find aggressive. Not good enough today. and they all look fired up apart from Mata and Neymar, because Neymar never ever reacts to me at all. So a turnaround for the game against Caen or Cayenne, or whatever it is, very, very quick. So we'll go rest these players for a day to get them back to some sort of fitness, because they're all very, very tired. Also, Dani Alves and Yuri both suspended, so that's great, isn't it? Because I don't think we've got anyone else who can sort of play there. I think we'll definitely need to get some more defenders in over the transfer window, just so we can have some backup there, because we don't really have anyone. Well, as you can see, currently 7 injuries, a few in the first team, a few in the reserves. A lot of them sent to specialists as well, because they've broken legs, for example, like Remy Deschamps has, or broken ribs, or more broken ribs. A lot of broken ribs, that's not very good, and a lot of twisted ankles as well. So maybe there's some sort of repeat injuries that we can try and fix somehow. I don't know how that works, but we'll have to try and work out. Alright, team selection is a little bit baffling now. I don't think we've got any of the left backs or right backs. We'll just quick pick quickly and see what my assistant does with this, because I'm very confused by it. Quick pick brings in that youngster, brings in Motta, and brings in Kimpembe at left back. You know what, I'm actually kind of happy with that. I think that'll be okay. You know, we're only playing SMKN or Cayenne, or I mean, I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm giving up with the pronunciation of French teams because it's pretty hard. I think that'll be okay, actually. As far as I'm aware, this is all stay the same, apart from Mbappe comes back into the side. I think that'll be okay. Let's just go with that. I think we'll be fine with that. Let's proceed to match. This is now when we lose 6-0 or something like that, and it's all my fault because I've not actually thought about my team selection at all. Right, once again then, potentially this could be a little bit laggy. As I move my mouse around on the screen, the mouse is lagging, so that's not a good sign. I feel like the update I did on this recording software is the issue. I'm going to have to try and resolve it at some point. Hopefully it's not too bad for you. If it is, then I do thoroughly apologise, and I'll try and get it all sorted out. It's not good enough, really, is it, from my part? So I need to do something about it. Cayenne been very unfortunate, actually. They've just picked up 2 injuries. They've had to take players off for them. So, I mean, it's not very good for them. But it kind of shows that injuries are a little bit more serious in this game. Like, we've spoken about it a lot today, and injuries are becoming more and more of a problem. Especially as now they pick up their 3rd injury of the game. Blimey. They've had 3 injuries in this first half, not to make substitutes. That's not good for them at all. Does it tell you how bad these are? And now we've picked up an injury as well. And if you can believe it, it's a defender, which we don't have any of at the moment. So, great. Alright, basically, we've now only got Motta in the middle, who's not a centre-back. We've had to bring Nainggolan back in as a CDM and bring Pastore on. So, not ideal. I don't know what we're going to do, because clearly we've had a ridiculous amount of injuries at the defence at the moment, and I'm not sure how we're going to cope with it going forward. Oh, and now Cavani's got a gashed upper leg, so great. Apparently he can play through it though, which would be nice, but we'll leave him on for now. Again, a very, very lacklustre performance from us there. Really not pleased with it at all. We're going to have to do something about this. We'll go aggressive again at half time and go not happy with the performance out there at all in the slightest. We'll go to tactics as well. We'll move up to attacking. Now, which could be a little bit of a risk, but we'll move up to attacking, especially just open at the back. That is more of a risk, but we've got to do something to get some goals, and we're not going to get goals by not going attacking, I suppose, are we? Neymar's free kick on the edge of the area, just wise there. Agonisingly close, the commentary said there. So we're getting closer and closer, but still, we're away from that elusive first goal of this game, or episode even. We haven't scored a single goal this episode. I mean, the lack of highlights is a little bit worrying, if we're being honest with you now. We're going to make a change. Neymar has played woefully, as he has done all season. I don't know what's wrong with him, or if it's just me that's done something wrong with him, because in other games, other people playing with PSG, I know that he's been absolutely fantastic for them, but for me, absolutely rubbish. We'll take Mbappe off as well for Di Maria, because something's got to change, and come on, something has got to work at some point. I mean, is this really going to happen like this? We'll have a little shout to them and just say, demand more from them, because we need to demand more. We'll also move up to overload as well, because, I mean, genuinely, how we're not scoring any goals this game. Overload, and I guess we move to fluid as well. Fluid seems like a sensible move to me when it wants to let me do it, which it's clearly not letting me do. We'll move to fluid as well for these final 5 minutes, but I just don't understand where we've gone wrong this episode. How have we not scored any goals? This could be a final highlight of the game now, as the ball is cleared up by the Caen goalkeeper, or the Cayenne goalkeeper. Di Maria has an opportunity now to cut inside, runs forward with it really nicely actually, has a shot, and that was agonisingly close once again. Come on. Is that going to be it? 30 seconds on the clock, and Cavani makes a tackle, but it goes straight to their players. If they grab a goal now, I mean, I'm thinking of things I could do, but I don't think I'd do anything really. I'd just cry, if I'm honest with you. I'd just cry. Luckily though, Dagba managed to collect the ball, and it looks like they're not going to score, so I don't have to cry. With only 5 seconds on the clock, Di Maria races forward to try and get something at the end of this game, puts it through towards Mata. Mata's shot just wide. That could have been a beautiful end to the game, but unfortunately it wasn't. And now this is the end of the game. Full-time 0-0. Wow. 2 0-0 games today, and a hatful of injuries in this game. This is absolutely ridiculous. Once again, aggressive. Not good enough, I'm afraid. You should be winning that kind of game. And we're left feeling sorry for ourselves, really, with our tail between our legs. Not the greatest result at all. And as you can see, as a result of that, we now go 4 points behind Monaco, 1 point behind Lyon. So it's not looking good, especially if we want to try and, obviously we want to win the league, obviously, and we want to win it convincingly. And right now, it's not happening. Thiago Silva's out for 3 weeks with concussion. Brilliant. That's another injury for him. Injuries not looking great, are they, if we're being honest? Especially as 2 other defenders are out for the next couple of weeks as well. So that is not good. A little look at this then. I reckon next episode will probably be Montpellier and Lille, because that's going to be the end of a transfer window, so we could wrap up some deals towards the end there. Or maybe it'll be Lyon and Montpellier. I feel that's probably might be a little bit better, because Lyon are second above us in the table. After that, we have to play Man City, don't we? And as things are going, because we're playing quite a lot of games, this series may just be the one season before the beta ends and we can start with Lincoln City. So that'll be interesting. We'll just have to see how things go. But next episode, I reckon Lyon and Montpellier. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.
Un muscle dans vos bras, égorgez vos fils, vos campagnes. Je veux cet ordre esclave de traite et de roi conjuré. Pour qui c'est ignoble d'entrave, c'est faire des longtemps préparés. Des cohortes étrangères feraient la loi dans